Everybody.
Shh. Gather around and be quiet, children. It's story time. The pervert has a parable about the perils of purposeful postponement of peak pleasure. This is called Park and Ride. Once upon a time, there was a handsome prince who lusted after a beautiful princess. Unfortunately, the two of them were married to evil trolls, so they had to find appropriate places outside of their castles to play. Princess T's husband, the captain, owned a Chevy Avalanche, which was a superior platform for vehicular lovemaking. The expansive back seat allowed for all manner of positions. He was flying and his truck was unavailable. Because her slacker brother occupied a bedroom in T's house, we had to settle on her Cadillac CTS. It was not the first, second, or even third time we had fooled around in her expensive luxury sedan. 4 nights earlier, she had sucked me off with back-to-back-to-back climaxes in 8 minutes. The hat trick worth of money shots came with no teasing, no edging, no delay, because I knew the perils of parking lot promiscuity. Insecurities, inhibitions, and interruptions were ever-present hazards when one was engaging in impromptu public intercourse. This evening, we were in an isolated commercial complex. After business hours, the place was deserted. The back seat and dark tint of the CTS's windows provided us with privacy. She had had a medley of orgasms already. Despite close to an hour's worth of deep throat fellatio and intercourse in a variety of positions, I had not come. Confident in the security of our location and having not ejaculated since our last tryst, I refused to spill my seed. I was holding out to give an epic facial. She leaned back, legs splayed open while my face occupied a position between them. I fingered, licked, and slurped as she pulled at the back of my head, hips bucking. Ah. A cop car just drove in the entrance. The interruption does not faze me. It's dark. That's a long ways away. Were you sure it was a cop car? My lips, face, and fingers were covered in her vaginal fluids. I was in the zone and did not want to quit. There were lights on top and it said Metro on the side. Whoops. It's all right. The windows are tinted. Hard to see in the car in the dark. Besides, he might not even come by here. Cool logic and my continued hot ministrations mollified her, and she came with another head-clamping climax. We switched positions, and I laid back against the door. I don't know about this. What about the cop car? She hesitated. I manipulated my stiffened penis by the base and pointed it with maximum extension. The sight of my swollen cock was too much, and she took it into her mouth. I grabbed her head with my right. The cum welled up as I prepared to deliver that epic facial. That's when I saw them. I was distracted, it was dark, and the figures were still a good distance away, yet I have no trouble identifying them. The shadowy shapes were easily recognizable because I volunteered at the animal shelter walking dogs. 2 Metro Canine officers in green jumpsuits were approaching between the darkened warehouses. One was holding a long leash with the German Shepherd. The furry officer patrolled, sniffing in front of the 2 humans. Bombs? Drugs? Fugitives? Were they looking for something real, or was this just training? The canine's pointed ears were like twin radar dishes, adjusting for maximum gain and channeling the faintest sound waves into sensitive auditory canals. It was impossible to sneak up or hide from them because of their keen hearing and sharp sense of smell. Now this 4-legged human detector was walking toward us. She felt me stiffen and knew instinctively that it was not because I was going to come. I put my finger up to my lips. She mouthed, "What?" I watched the police officers approach. Heart thumping, I held my breath and tried to think of what I was going to say when the dog alerted on the vehicle, and the officers came over to investigate. Oh, the adulterous shame. Please, officer, my wife cannot find out. Miraculously, the dog paid no attention to us, and the cops walked by without noticing our backseat bacchanalia. T moved out from between my legs and put her pants back on. Wait, I said. What about me? I haven't come yet. That sounds like a personal problem. You've had plenty of chances. I used my penis as bait to attract her mouth again, but the near run-in with the law has killed any chance of her continuing. Please, they've gone already. No way. We need to get out of here. I exited the Cadillac and got back into my own car. Before she could drive away, I took a picture of my engorged penis and sent it to her with the text. Come on, babe, meet me at the other spot. You're so hot. Headed home, came her curt reply. Please, no one will be around, I begged. Her response was silence. I inhaled the musky smell of her womanhood still clinging to my hands and beard. The scent made my swollen penis ache. That's a story. That's a story about a friend of mine.